commissioning the services. But is the council member embarrassed that Wirral was named and shamed over the summer as the council with most contracts with care firms on Merseyside using 0-hour contracts for their employees? Is she also aware of the response that was given to me when I submitted a Freedom of Information request which asked how many contractors for Wirral Council providing council services have used 0-hour contracts? The reply I received was, Wirral Council does not have a policy on the use of 0-hour contracts by contractors, and that Wirral Council would not hold information about the resource management of our contractors, as how they manage resources is a matter for the contractor. Does she still stand by that reply on behalf of the administration? Does she still believe that so-called resource management is not a matter for the council when considering where to place contracts for care services for vulnerable people? And when will we see a policy on the use of 0-hour contracts by companies the council contracts with to provide services?
Councillor Martin.
Thank you. The Cabinet member in her report details changes to residential and day services which have been delivered on time and within budget. Can she explain what effect the department's failure to hit the critical performance indicator for permanent admissions of older people to residential and nursing care homes, as reported to Cabinet on Thursday, will have on the department's budget? And can she please give me the assurance that the same rigour and process are applied to the alleged payment of £48,000 is as being applied to Martin Morton's issue, please?
Councillor Lisa.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I was delighted to hear from students and staff when I recently visited the North Day Centre, which falls within my ward, that the much smaller group of students remaining have been able to carry out alternative and increased activities and projects in the local and wider community, as well as the usual centre-based activities, and they are happy with the proposed move to work upon. I would like to personally thank the staff of the Day Centre, the parent and carer groups, and the officers of the council for the hard work that they put into reviewing this unfortunate closure, and we providing what appears to be a facility that can be improved upon for the students remaining. I would, however, like to ask a question with regards to the 100 people who were transferred to the centres from Wirral. Did one-to-one consultations take place as was indicated to identify the needs of the individuals, and were their places allocated accordingly? And secondly, how was the transition for the students? Were there any issues?
Councillor Dillon.
As the council member of fact, the domiciliary contracts and care at home, what monitoring is undertaken in Wirral to ensure that Wirral isn't subject to some of the problems identified recently nationally, where assertions are made about very limited time available for clients?
Thank you. Councillor Jones, would you like to respond to those questions?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And thank you very much for your questions. It's nice to know that you actually looked at my report. I suppose I can answer two together, really, around the domiciliary contracts. If you have read the second page of my report, you see that we're trying to support the principles of the Ethical Pay Charter, which looks after the workers, as well as looking at the people who need the pay. We are actively encouraging people with the firms who are going to tender to not use any 0-hour contracts. And we've asked for a report from the HR department to find out how many contractors generally used by the council are using these 0-hour contracts. Stewart's commissioning of services. We're doing an awful lot of work with the NHS, which has been a huge problem in the past, I think, and we're working far more closely together now around intermediate care and all the rest of it. The 0-hour contracts I've already answered, Stuart. Chris Baker and Jackie Evans, Jackie Evans in particular, doing all the commissioning work, and we're making great inroads into that and looking at savings well as improving quality of care for people on the Wirral. Anita asked about Morton Day Centre. Everybody who attended Morton has had one to run before they moved. They also had at least one visit to their new centre, which we felt was really important. About 17 people have actually transferred, mainly to Cambridgeshire, which has been a really popular choice.